Good morning, traders. Today is March 28, 2025. I can't believe I'm saying March 28th because I feel like the year just started now. We're almost out of March. So a quarter of the year is basically over. And hope you basically, when you look at your goals and objective for this year, you're about a quarter of the way. If not, there's still time to make up for that. So definitely at this time, we're going to start the stream. The stream is for educational purposes only. My name is Joseph with Smart Money Traders, where we trade the right edge of the market. We don't look in hindsight and see what coulda, shoulda, because, anybody can do that. People are allowed to trade in the middle of the charts. Everybody would be a trillionaire. But we look at the right edge, and also we look at what smart money is doing. And we have tools to help us at least to have a little insight of what may be happening behind the scenes, like order flow and also market internals. So with that said, we're here for educational purposes only. Tell you what to buy, sell, and we don't have any interest in your trades. With this out of the way, let's just look at the market, how it's about to start here in 2 minutes. This is when the open is going to happen. We're going to look at, at the moment, that's pushing back down from a resistance level. As you can see here, this morning at 4 o'clock, we bounce from this fair value gap. We go to this one that was created overnight about the close of the candle, 3 a.m. Created that fair value gap. That's a bearish one, and we hit a bullish one twice, and we visited that fair value gap. One of the things with fair value gaps, typically when they are created, they usually get revisited, because it's called a gap for a reason. Some orders didn't get, this market moves so quickly here, some orders didn't get filled here. So it created a gap between this candle and this one. So this is the gap, the candle that created the gap. So the gap is measured from the high of that the following candle and the previous candle. So that gap doesn't get printed until this candle is done. So there's a little bit of delay in the formation of the gap from this candle, but we could see when you have a big candle like this, typically a fair value gap will ensue. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Noah. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. We're going to definitely look for a green day today to close out the week strong. So this fair value gap here is getting hit on ES. So now we're going lower. We're going to look at NQ. So right now, it looks like 9:30. We got a nice little sell-off right before the market opened. We're looking at NQ. NQ is selling off at the moment. Once again, it could have been people taking profit from the fact that they went higher before the market opened. They sold their positions up here. Now, to me, this is looking like a double bottom, but that's, those patterns, they have their values, they have their merits, but, they limit, especially in day trading. I mean, right now we're looking at this market going lower, and we don't take a position in this market at least 5 minutes into it. So we're not going to do anything right now. We're just going to wait and see, but definitely looks like momentum is to the downside here. That could be a retest of those lows to go higher. I'm looking at on my other chart here, wants to be bouncing, and NQ might be bouncing too. Let's see, let's move this out of the way. So that's not my charts. I'm looking at, let's look at the Ascend decline is going higher while things are going lower here. Let's see, can we move this here? So Ascend's decline is the one on the top. Ascend's issues and the one and the second one from the top. The trend right now, market is selling off. Looking at the different charts that I have LE, which is live cattle, kind of sideways. That's the market lately. I've been I've been trading, because especially when the equities don't look too good, that's the one I kind of go to. Now, yes, I'm not ES. NQ here, it's 9:32. It's kind of still too early for me to engage in NQ. But it looks like we may, if we make a retest of this low and bounce higher, to me here, this could be a long setup, going higher. But I'd definitely be careful. It's 2 minutes into the market. There's going to be a little manipulation going on right now. So, yeah, so this is the bounce. I think this is the bounce higher here. 62 and a quarter was support. But we may see some more selling here too. So, yeah. That's why you want to let the market settle. You don't want to just jump in like this. Now, if you sell at the open, obviously you really in deep profit right now. You're like 60 points into profit, but you gotta wait for the market to show itself. Right now, it looks like they want to sell. Now, I'm gonna keep an eye on LE here and see hopefully we can take a position on LE. See, this is why you wait. You wait for the market to show you what it wants to do. Like right now, if you're trying to buy that bounce, it would be very short-lived. Yeah, you get 10 points out of it, maybe, if you're lucky. So right now, we're selling off. LE, we're going to wait and see what this market does. Right now, it's kind of really ranging now. Nothing really major. So I guess ES, that could have been a stop one to the downside here. They take some people short. Now they want to go higher. It's 934. It's close enough to 930 to 935. We may try to take a position in ES, but I'd like to see another pullback here. Maybe we may not get that pullback to go higher here. Yeah, that's a big push high. Okay, now this is the double pullback I talked about all the time. If we can get a negative bar here and a positive bar, oh my goodness, I think we're going higher. We're going higher here. I mean, overnight, whenever out of the markets right now, NQ is the weakest, but also he has the bigger potential for a move to the upside. So that's something to keep in mind as well. I like this pullback better than this one. I think we may buy up close here at 77.50. Do we have, okay. I think we have live data. 77.50 definitely would have been a nice entry right here. But I think because of this, we may come back down here. 77, okay. See if we can get lower here to go higher. We're gonna let this play out. We're below the VWAP though. We're approaching VWAP 77.50. If you're getting a 77.50 here, you definitely should be at least tying your stop. I'm not sure. I don't know why if you got in long. Let me know. But I didn't because let me see my NDT here. I gotta set that up. I did not set that up properly here. So LE looks like he wants to go higher. LE's been in a very, very bullish mode the last couple of weeks, really. Trucks here with this one. So again, we kind of expected to see a little bounce here around VWAP at 17, but market looks to be strong here. So this is probably where I may get involved. If we see a double pullback like this, something like, going higher, but also we may see a complete reversal. Remember, this market has been bearish all overnight, came back to here. Now this was resistance. Now we probably had a support. The chart up there too is 63, and we get that second pullback here. Maybe not. We're gonna push higher. It looks like okay. We're going back to that VWAP. Looks like we're gonna reclaim this VWAP here. What we're doing here in LE, it looks like LE we are still kind of ranging. We didn't get the double pullback here like we were expecting. 92, 93 was an entry. All right, can we get another pullback here to get long? It's too close to the VWAP. Maybe it's just going to break it. This market doesn't have a lot of opportunities. Not going to try to rush it right now. Right now in NQ, we're kind of ranging. We're ranging to go higher. I think there's a breakout in the making right now. NQ. It's ranging in this area. Definitely want to give it some more room. And also we see as long as decline is going lower, probably ES, that's going to affect ES as well. It's going to affect ES, actually primarily ES. But as you can see here, we're ranging in this area. So we can see a push down here, because that tells me they don't have enough strength to move this market higher. They don't have enough strength to move this market higher. So if they don't have enough strength to move it higher, that means they're going to move it lower first. And the VWAP was an important level, kind of toward the open too. Let's see if we can go short here. I know this market. All right. LE looks like he wants to go lower here. NQ is ranging here. So I'm going short on LE. Actually, my thing is not displaying here, but let me display it over here. So we're going to go, we're short on LE here. Let's see if we can see myself a little bit here. Yeah. I think I got really right. I think it was right on here when I said, I think the first time we hit the VWAP and we went short here. This is what it says the NDT here. We went short. We're up about 10 points. I just couldn't move my stop down to break even. And that kind of rattled me a little bit. Admit that right on stream. I was a little ticked off by that. It's part of trading, Sometimes those things going to happen. So right now we're trying to see if we can make some of the losses back here now with live cattle. And Q looks like he's going to make a new low. It's pushing for a new low. pushing toward those lows. Well, so let's say NQ does a measured move here. Where may we go? Clearly, NQ wants to sell off at the moment. So if we get a measured move, we may go all the way to 08, which is about 100 points from here. If we load the NQ, definitely can do that. Pressing towards those lows, definitely should see a reaction here. If we get, it's like at least turning to the upside here. I think we're gonna kill this trade. So we're gonna let it play out. Definitely. This market is very, very volatile right now. Come to NQ. NQ is very crazy volatile. So we might go find something else to trade like. So what they did, they did the stop one they did the stop one right here. They went back, they went to this fair value gap here at 22. Boom, they bounce higher. They bounce higher quickly, about 50 points in no time. Now let me look at gold. So the market that's been kind of going higher with everything, the certainty, gold is a safe haven. So with everything going on as far as uncertainty, gold is looking like it wants to go higher. But NQ right now is not tradable. Yes, I might touch it because I still have live data on it. Yeah, gold is going higher. If there's some 5 more ticks would be yeah, it looks like we're still going lower here in the indices. I look at the RTY is the one that's the weakest at the moment. Definitely took some heat on LE. Looks like he wants to go lower now. Let's see if we can go below this low. But the RTY is the weakest out of the 4. And we have ES, the strongest at the moment, but they're all heading lower. All right, LE looks like it's gonna give us some relief right here. We don't want to get caught in those lows on NQ. NQ is definitely punching lower. You still have a little delay here. ES is still looking at definitely NQ and ES. Everything is really plunging to the downside here. Gold's trying to hold on. And gold here, we're seeing a little bounce. Let's see if that's going to be short-lived. Or as far as my entry chart, I'll probably start to move my stuff from up here instead. Because I think some of those lines I was trying to move my stop got in the way. The gold is going lower. See early on the 30 minute. Let's see what we're looking at here. As far as a bigger picture, yeah. At the moment, this market is definitely extended to the downside. We wouldn't want to be selling right now, but that doesn't mean it's not going to go lower. The early trade seems to be working out. Hopefully, we get some of this money we lost on NQ. NQ is you can make some money real quick, but you can lose money real quick on it too. I'll look at big picture where ES is. ES is probably still way down there. See that? ES is moving to all those fair value gaps to the downside. So 33 was a nice short right here. Even when we open, was a nice short. Put your stop about here. You'll be golden. But again, this is why we don't trade the market in hindsight. In hindsight, I can tell you everything that happened, and everything looks good. But okay, what could we do at the right edge? I mean, we know that NQ we got. I think that first trade really kind of got under my skin because it was a trade that I was intended moving my stop so quickly. I didn't have a chance to do so. Having that break, the toolbar, I didn't have the toolbar up because I'm trying to save real estate here. I didn't have the toolbar up. Next time I'm going to put in a different screen and yeah, that's what I need to do. All right, let me do that up here. This screen I'm not projecting. And put the toolbar up there. Yeah, it was some quick move down on the indices. It was very, very volatile. Back and forth for a moment. But I wonder if there's any news that came out. Must have been some news that came out here. At least moving our way. Let's see, 830 we have CPE. Okay, let me add this. Gold trying to get back up here. We'll see what. Okay, we had break even here on LE. This is good. I know at least this will be worst case scenario. LE will be break even trade. NQ again. All those things are kind of overextended here at the moment. Touching them much. See, look at NQ in the big picture here. NQ definitely passed this fair value. I mean, from the open, if you sold NQ here, you'd be really to deep profit. Right before the market opened, when they hit this and it started to bounce off, in my mind, I was like, okay, looks like they sold off based on the pre-market action. You know, they were going higher than when the market about to open. This candle, that's the market. That's when you want it to go. Basically, to me, this week was caused by some selling pre-market. People want to get out and see how the market opened, but obviously this was somebody knew something before the market opened, and now it's going much lower, much lower. We're looking to see if we can buy gold again here. Gold is going typically on a move like this. You would want to see gold go. See, if gold doesn't go below 12, I think we still have a chance to go higher on gold, because with this environment, this uncertainty we have, gold could be not said that go higher. Gold's been the one that's been the strongest market so far out of the 6 markets I'm looking side by side here as far as gold, crude oil, and the 4 indices. The 4 indices definitely. NQ and RTY are kind of fighting for the last spot to see which one is going to be the weakest. See what LE is doing. LE still pushing lower. They're pulling back a little bit. It's pulling back. But again, the LE trade, we're at break even, up 11 ticks, 2 contracts here. Hopefully we don't get, let's see what LE account we can. Looks like we at 90. I can add 1 position on 90 here. 1 contract at 90 if we get down there. And then we can move us up to break even. So if we get a negative bar here, I'll add a little bit to my position. Then position's probably going to move down maybe here. And then we'll move us up to break even still. So it's going to be the same trade, but with more opportunities to. All right, let's see if we can get another contract in here. LE to the downside. See 2 more ticks here. We'll be taking in for 3rd contract. Again, we're still gonna keep the trade risk the same, but right now we're at break even. If we were to do that, it would move our stop down here. So let's move our stop down here anyway and get to. That's about what, 6 ticks. We got 6 ticks in profit here. Please, I'll cover our commission. Okay, we got taken in, break even. See if we can come down here and get to our target. Sure, break even +1. Just enough to cover our commissions on LE. It's really the market we should be trading on a day crazy like today. If you were here earlier, see me going short on NQ, but whatever reason, some of the long got in my way of moving my stop to break even on time, and it was a loss. Days like today is the days that you trade something like LE, live cattle, very relaxed, nothing too crazy. You just need looking to make a new low here. If you can make a new low here in LE, we'll be fine. Let's look at LE from this perspective, from this chart here. So that's what we're looking at. Geiger counter, it's kind of neutral. So let's see if we can get the NQ going back and forth here. LE's been averaging. Yesterday, LE had 194 ticks, and the last 5 days 110. So today it's only 47. So we definitely have more room to move here in LE. Let me see. It took long. And then Q, it's up 15 profit. Just got up. Sounds like a terrible morning. Even the other one says not good. Yeah, it's definitely been as far as volatility, it's been very volatile. For me, it wasn't much like my plan to go short and then Q kind of backfire. That's really what kind of stank, and that kind of really rattled me for a little bit. I was a little, to be honest, I was a little frustrated with that. I was trying to move my stop on one of the NQ trade that I took short. I was up about 11 points, and I knew this market was very volatile, so I wanted to give my stop some. I wanted to just time my stop real quick. If it's gonna go, it's gonna go. By the time I try to move my stop, one of the line guys in the way, I couldn't move my stop. And then, as you know, Q moved really fast, and that was a full loss. Now, I do have like a trade panel that I have. I didn't have it in my other screens, unfortunately, because here I'm trying to screen real estate, so I didn't put it on here because there's a break even button I could have just pressed to go to break even, but trying to drag it in the fast moving market. That wasn't good. Now with LE here, we're looking to see can we get a new low here, and we're trying to catch 10 ticks. We're at break even +1 above this swing. LE, that's the market you gotta definitely be in trading in general. You gotta be patient, but with LE, you definitely want to be patient because this market moves at its own pace, and definitely not one of those markets that's gonna be moved fast. So right now we up about 11 ticks, give or take, because we had 2 contracts at the beginning, then we added 1 more down here, and hopefully we can see a push down here. Look at the order flow on LE. Yeah, today's a typical live cattle day. That's what I should have stuck with. Should have definitely stuck with LE today, and don't bother trade the NQ or yes. I typically trade the ES too, but NQ today was like, okay, this is a nice setup. Let's take it. Boom, and things were moving so fast that I just couldn't react quickly enough to move my stop. Yeah, I think LE here, if it's gonna go lower, we have plenty of room to move lower. It's only moved 47 ticks so far, and yesterday moved 197, 194, like I was saying earlier. Over the last 5 days, 5 trading days and 10 trading days, as you can see, it's pretty much identical as far as average. 109, which is about 2.5 plus handles. Looking at this here, will look like, it's primed to go lower. If it does, we'll be here for it. And LE is a market that's open at 9. If you're not familiar with it, it's open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern and close at 2:05 Eastern. So this market open below the line of the sand. Just the open tells me, hey, we had a bearish bias today. Below this line, we're looking to take shorts. Above it, we're looking to go long. Like yesterday, I'm gonna make this a little bigger. Yesterday, once we crossed, I think this line is kind of hard to see over here. This line was right here. Let me move this out the way because it's the same color. You won't be able to see it. Let's see. Okay, this is it. So once we move over above this line in the sand that I call it, we're looking to get higher and above the cloud too. That's the Raptor system. The system that I've used for many years, I think over 10 years now. So LE is pushing lower, which is good for a trade. Hopefully we'll get. Now, this was a little hiccup here yesterday. That's, I think, where my stop is. It's kind of placed in a good location because we may see a little bounce here. So let's see if we can do that now. We're up so big, we're gonna move. We're gonna take some off the table. We're gonna take some money off the table here. 25 would be right here. It's about 10 ticks. That's a big push up. That's the thing. Sometimes you get close to your target like this, and the market just reverse on you. All right, there you go. Sellers are coming back in here. Just need the sellers to squash that mutiny from the buyers and get to a target. That would be 72 half was support. So we broke that. Hopefully now it will serve as resistance. If serve as resistance here to get to our target. Yeah, definitely grab some of the table here. I looked in 10 ticks. We're looking for 40, about 40 ticks here. So that's not, again, 72.5 was support. So we understand that they break it. They come back to it to test it here. So hopefully they don't test it all the way up. Because we got a 95. Let's see if we can stay below that where we have a stop. Today's again, I don't know. Honestly, I'm just gonna admit I don't know what I was thinking to try to trade NQ today, but LE is coming to the rescue here. Give us a little bit of relief. They may go up there and tag us out. Just know if that happens, we're not gonna be totally. It'll be less of a red day. But, those days will happen in trading. Here's a sign. Yeah, definitely. I'd say NQ definitely have some quick wins. Also, same way, I would say it has some quick losses too. Because think about it, every win that you have, somebody else had to lose for you to get that win, and vice versa. So it's a two-sided market. We're looking at about 4 ticks here to a target. We got within 6 ticks. Right now we're at within 6 ticks to a stop. Hopefully we'll go lower here. But hey, if it doesn't happen, that's fine too. There's a typical Friday trading. Win, lose, or draw here. We're gonna end now. Actually, really shouldn't be losing this trade unless that's a big slippage. But when this trade concludes here, we're gonna end the stream. Definitely not. Just coming in and trade LE would have been just fine, but Got a little fancy. Okay, we got taken out here, break even. Not break even, but plus 10. So with that said, we're gonna end our stream. Have a good weekend, and hopefully you guys did better than I did today. It looks like the LE wants to go higher here. So let's see how this goes. With that said, have a good one. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.